What does it really mean to be part of one of the world's most powerful and wealthy families? Behind the headlines, the business deals, and the political controversies lies a world of extreme privilege, ambition, and high-stakes decisions. Welcome to the inner circle of Donald Trump's billionaire family. From the golden towers of New York to the elite golf courses of Florida, the Trump family's empire isn't just about wealth. It's a story of legacy, power, and relentless ambition. But who are the people behind the brand? What's it like to live in the shadow of one of the world's most famous figures? In this video, we're stepping inside the world of Donald Trump's billionaire family, giving you an exclusive look at their lifestyle, their business moves, and the drama that comes with being part of this extraordinary dynasty. Get ready to see the Trumps like never before. Foundations of the family empire. They say power runs in the blood, but in the case of the Trump family, it's not just power. It's a legacy of ambition, controversy, and undeniable influence. From New York's skyscrapers to the White House, the Trump name has become synonymous with bold decisions, high stakes, and a never-ending media spotlight. In the heart of New York City, a family name resonates across the globe, synonymous with wealth, controversy, power, and politics. A name that has shaped business, media, and even the very fabric of American politics, the Trump family. The foundation of the Trump empire begins not with Donald, but with his father, Fred Trump. Born in 1905 in the bustling streets of Queens, New York, Fred Trump's path to success was not one of overnight fortune. It was built brick by brick in the hard-nosed world of real estate. Fred Trump, Donald's father, was a real estate developer who turned a small investment into a massive fortune, shaping the foundations of what would become the Trump dynasty. Fred Trump was a self-made man, building his wealth from the ground up. Starting with modest beginnings, Fred focused on developing affordable housing in New York City's outer boroughs. Over the years, he grew his empire, acquiring properties that laid the groundwork for the Trump family's vast wealth. By the time Donald Trump entered the picture, the Trump name was already synonymous with real estate success, but it was actually his son, Donald, who would elevate the Trump name into the stratosphere. Donald Trump wasn't born into a life of poverty, but rather into the wealth that Fred had carefully cultivated. However, Donald's ambition was unmatched. From a young age, he wasn't content to merely inherit his father's empire. He wanted more, much more. In 1971, at just 25 years old, Donald took the reins of his father's company, renaming it the Trump Organization. But he wasn't content with his father's real estate business in the outer boroughs of New York. Donald had bigger plans, the glittering skyscrapers of Manhattan. He set his sights on the crown jewel of real estate, Manhattan. The turning point came in 1978, when Donald Trump boldly acquired the old Bonwit Teller building on Fifth Avenue. Against all odds, he demolished the structure and constructed the now iconic Trump Tower, a towering symbol of wealth, opulence, and the Trump brand. Trump Tower wasn't just a building, it was a statement. The message was clear. Donald Trump was here to stay, and he was here to dominate. But this was just the beginning. As the years went on, Trump expanded his empire, diving into casinos, hotels, and golf courses, and even branding his name on everything from steaks to neckties. The 1980s were a golden era for Donald Trump. His name graced the skylines of Manhattan, and his real estate ventures became synonymous with wealth and success. But it wasn't just about buildings, it was about creating a brand. Trump became a household name, not just for his business ventures, but for his larger-than-life persona, amplified through his reality TV show, The Apprentice. Before politics, there was the reality TV juggernaut, The Apprentice, a decade-long run, which helped cement Trump's status as a larger-than-life figure. For many, it was a glimpse into the world of wealth and power. But behind every TV show and every deal made, the Trumps were also defining their legacy, one business, one tweet, and one public statement at a time. His wealth and fame grew through his ventures in television with the reality show The Apprentice, where his catchphrase, "You're fired," became a cultural icon. Yet it's his bold political ambitions that thrust him into the global spotlight. In 2016, Donald Trump defied expectations, running a campaign that shocked the world and leading him to become the 45th president of the United States. However, Donald Trump didn't build his empire alone. His children, Ivanka, Eric, and Donald Jr., have each played crucial roles in carrying the Trump legacy forward. Donald Trump wasn't the only one who had inherited his father's vision. His children, Ivanka, Donald Jr., and Eric, became key figures in the business world, learning the ropes from a young age. They quickly proved themselves as savvy business people, taking the Trump legacy into a new generation. Ivanka Trump, the eldest daughter, has carved out her own path in the business world. Initially working in real estate and fashion, Ivanka later transitioned into politics as a senior advisor during her father's presidency. Ivanka was also a key figure in her father's campaign, shaping policy and addressing international economic issues. Her brand of high-end fashion and lifestyle products was marketed under her own name, but she became known worldwide for her political involvement and her role in advocating for women in the workplace. Donald Trump Jr., the eldest son, has long been involved in his father's business empire. A passionate outdoorsman, Donald Jr. gained significant media attention for his role in the Trump Organization, where he worked alongside his brother Eric to oversee the family business. Like his father, Don Jr. became a prominent figure in politics, often a staunch defender of his father's policies and principles. His outspoken nature, especially on social media, has made him a divisive figure among both supporters and detractors of the Trump family. Eric Trump, the youngest of the three, has also worked extensively within the Trump Organization, focusing on the company's global real estate operations. A more reserved figure compared to his siblings, Eric has played a critical role in expanding the family's international portfolio. While often in the background, his work in the company's day-to-day operations has been essential to maintaining the Trump empire. In an interview when talking about his father's influence, he commented that he believes nepotism is a beautiful thing. In an interview with The Telegraph, the president's son argued that hiring family members is smart because you trust the people who are closest to you. He further commented on Donald's trust in his son, saying, "He knows I care about the family," Eric Trump said. "He knows I care about the brand. He knows I deeply care about the properties, our amazing teams, and he knows I'm going to do everything I can humanly possible to take care of that." He added, "Is that nepotism? Absolutely. Is that also a beautiful thing? Absolutely. Family business is a beautiful thing." Tiffany Trump, born to Donald Trump and his second wife Marla Maples, has largely kept a low profile compared to her older half-siblings. Educated at Georgetown University and later at the University of Pennsylvania, Tiffany has pursued a career in law and public advocacy. While she has appeared occasionally in the media and at family events, she has largely avoided the political spotlight that has consumed much of her family's life. Then there's Melania Trump, the first lady who brought grace and style to the White House. Born in Slovenia, Melania Knaus came to the United States as a successful model before marrying Donald Trump in 2005. As First Lady of the United States, Melania brought a quiet, composed presence to the White House, often focusing on issues like cyberbullying and children's well-being. Her Be Best initiative, while often discussed, was one of her key contributions to the Trump administration's domestic policies. Despite her position, Melania often maintained a low-key role, choosing not to engage in the political arena the way many First Ladies have in the past. Primary sources of wealth. The Trump Organization, under Donald's leadership, has been the centerpiece of the family's wealth. The company's portfolio spans luxury hotels, residential buildings, office complexes, and iconic properties like the Trump Tower in New York City. With over 500 properties worldwide, the organization's reach is global. But Donald Trump's strategy isn't just about bricks and mortar. From golf courses in Scotland to lavish hotels in the heart of Manhattan, the Trump Organization's assets are valued at billions of dollars. But not all of them are owned outright. Many properties are licensed under the Trump name, allowing him to profit from royalties and brand partnerships. This strategy has kept the family's wealth growing even as market conditions fluctuate. First up is the Trump Tower. Completed in 1983 and situated in the center of Manhattan on Fifth Avenue, Trump Tower serves as the centerpiece of Donald Trump's real estate business. Luxuriance, riches, and the very definition of exclusivity served as inspiration for the overall aesthetic. The 58-story structure has opulent elements, including gold accents, tall glass windows, marble interiors, and a huge atrium with a water fountain. You can't help but be amazed. The top floors are occupied by Trump's penthouse, which has stunning city views. His riches, success, and brand image are embodied in the tower, which combines opulent living with prominent commercial operations. But it's not just a place to work, it's also a place to live. In fact, Donald Trump himself resides in a lavish penthouse with breathtaking views of the city skyline. With marble floors, velvet walls, and chandeliers, it's the epitome of luxury. This is where Donald Trump first made a name for himself. Located on Fifth Avenue, the Trump Tower is home to the Trump Organization's headquarters and some of the most opulent living spaces in the city. But the Trump Tower is just the tip of the iceberg. The Trump family's real estate empire spans the globe. From towering skyscrapers in Chicago to luxurious resorts in Scotland, the Trump Organization's portfolio includes some of the most prestigious properties on Earth. Then there are the Trump hotels, the epitome of sheer wealth. Trump hotels aren't subtle at all. They are designed for visitors who enjoy a little extra grandeur throughout their visits. Inside every Trump hotel, whether in Chicago, Las Vegas, or New York, you'll find luxurious lounges, rooms that occupy entire floors, and fine cuisine that elevates even the most basic meal into an experience. With expansive vistas and lavish decor that would wow even the most seasoned traveler, these hotels do more than just provide a place to stay. Every place offers a distinctive feature, such as tranquil spa retreats in Hawaii or rooftop pools in Miami. One of the Trump family's most iconic assets is their network of golf courses. Donald Trump owns or operates more than 15 golf courses across the US, the UK, Ireland, and even Dubai. These luxury properties are not just places for the elite to play. They are also sources of recurring revenue through memberships, tournaments, and exclusive events. Nestled along some of the most breathtaking coastlines and landscapes in the US, Trump National Golf Clubs stand as a testament to one man's passion for the game and his relentless pursuit of success. With over a dozen golf courses across the globe, Trump has turned the sport into a global empire. His clubs are more than just courses. They're the epitome of exclusivity, where only the rich and powerful come to play. These exclusive clubs, located across the US and internationally, embody luxury and wealth through their pristine golf courses, lavish clubhouses, and world-class amenities. Designed to cater to elite members, they feature opulent extravagant facilities like fine dining, lavish spas, and private event spaces. The clubs are renowned for their high membership fees, sometimes reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars, and for offering an aura of exclusivity and prestige. These properties also host high-profile events, further cementing their status as symbols of luxury and affluence. But the Trump family's wealth doesn't stop with real estate and golf. Over the years, the family has invested in various other ventures, including beauty pageants, reality TV, and licensing deals. Donald Trump's fame as a businessman was solidified by the success of his reality TV show, The Apprentice, which ran for over a decade and made him a household name. When it comes to personal wealth, the Trump family is known for their extravagant lifestyle. From Donald's private jet, Trump Force One, to his fleet of luxury cars and his multiple residences, including Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida, they've made sure to enjoy the fruits of their labor. As of 2024, the Trump family's estimated net worth stands at an impressive $2.5 billion, though this figure fluctuates depending on who you ask. Some experts say it's even higher, but others argue it's lower due to the complexities surrounding their holdings and public valuations. So, who are the wealthiest members of the Trump family? Let's start with the patriarch, Donald Trump himself. As the head of the Trump Organization and former president, Donald Trump's fortune is closely tied to his branding, real estate holdings, and various ventures. His net worth is often estimated between $2.50 to $3 billion. However, after becoming the 47th president of the United States in November 2024, Forbes has estimated Donald Trump's net worth to be $5.8 billion, making him one of the richest presidents in the world. He's the family's most public figure and its most prominent businessman, but his wealth isn't just about his time in office. It's built on decades of real estate deals, licensing agreements, and strategic investments. Next up is Ivanka Trump, Donald's eldest daughter, whose wealth is estimated at around $800 million. A former executive at the Trump Organization, Ivanka launched her own fashion brand before transitioning into a political role as an advisor during her father's presidency. Ivanka is known for her real estate investments, luxury goods ventures, and personal branding. Her savvy business moves have made her one of the wealthiest members of the family. Then there's Eric Trump, Donald's second son. Eric plays a central role in managing the Trump Organization's real estate properties. His net worth is generally estimated at around $300 million to $400 million, thanks to his involvement in the Trump Organization and various investments, though it's clear his wealth is intertwined with that of his father's empire. Donald Trump Jr., the eldest son of Donald Trump, is also a major player in the family's wealth. His net worth is estimated at approximately $300 million. Like his brother Eric, he's heavily involved in the Trump Organization's operations. He's known for his investments in real estate and his active role in the company's media and public affairs. The Trump family's wealth isn't just about one individual, it's about a vast and intricate web of business interests. At the heart of this empire is the Trump Organization, a real estate and branding giant that spans across the globe. Properties like Trump Tower and Mar-a-Lago are iconic symbols of their wealth, but the family's interests extend far beyond. They own and operate golf courses in luxury destinations like Scotland and Dubai, and they've built a global hospitality empire with Trump-branded hotels in cities from New York to Toronto. But it's not just the physical assets that fuel the Trump family's wealth, it's their ability to leverage the Trump name into lucrative licensing deals and branding ventures, from Trump steaks to Trump vodka. Inside the Trump family's world of opulence, the Trump family's fortune spans multiple industries, including real estate, hospitality, and entertainment. But their empire is more than just money. It's a lifestyle of grandeur and luxury that's hard to match. Let's begin with their infamous residence, the Mar-a-Lago. Built in the 1920s by heiress Marjorie Merriweather Post, Mar-a-Lago was later purchased by Donald Trump in 1985. The estate spans 20 acres and is home to 58 bedrooms, 33 bathrooms, and a private beach. Known as the Winter White House during Trump's presidency, it's not just a home, it's an iconic symbol of wealth, power, and prestige. Mar-a-Lago isn't just a family residence, it's also a members-only country club where the elite pay a reported $200,000 annual membership fee to access the grounds. The estate is regularly frequented by politicians, celebrities, and business moguls, all seeking the allure of Trump's world. Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey is another jewel in the crown. With its sprawling green landscapes, private villas, and elite membership, it's the epitome of high-end leisure. Whether it's playing a round of golf or attending a glamorous event, everything about these properties screams luxury. But it's not just Donald who lives in luxury. His children have carved out their own extravagant lives as well. Ivanka Trump, the eldest daughter, has a world-renowned fashion line, high-profile business deals, and a life that seems tailor-made for royalty. Her fashion brand, which includes everything from clothing to accessories, is a symbol of high-end sophistication. Ivanka's lifestyle includes private jets, luxury vacations, and top-tier real estate investments, such as her lavish New York City condo and multi-million-dollar properties across the world. Eric Trump and his wife Lara also indulge in a life of extravagance, with vacation homes, expensive cars, and an affinity for the high life. The couple often shares glimpses of their glamorous world on social media, including private yacht trips and stays in five-star resorts. And of course, there's Donald Trump Jr., who, like his siblings, embraces a lavish lifestyle. Whether he's sharing moments with his family happily at luxury resorts or flaunting his collection of classic cars, his life is a testament to the perks of being part of one of the world's wealthiest families. When it comes to fashion, the Trump family is all about luxury. From custom-tailored suits to designer dresses, their wardrobes exude wealth and class. As First Lady, Melania Trump was celebrated for her impeccable fashion sense, often wearing couture pieces from designers like Dolce & Gabbana, Christian Dior and Balmain. Her wardrobe reflected a preference for classic, elegant styles with a modern twist. Melania Trump displayed her lavish fashion sense in socialite circles, even before she was appointed First Lady of the United States. She was invited to prestigious events like the Met Gala and sat in the front row at New York Fashion Week. After becoming the First Lady of the United States, her expensive fashion taste was only surpassed. She embraced Prince during the 2024 election season, selecting Dior and Michael Kors during crucial junctures in President-elect Donald Trump's run for a second term in office. Ivanka Trump also has her own line of high-end fashion and accessories, which she has promoted for years. Known for her polished, sophisticated look, Ivanka has been frequently photographed wearing designer outfits and accessories. She has often been seen wearing high-fashion designers such as Chanel and Dior, and made her mark in the fashion industry not just as a businesswoman, but as a style icon. And it's not just the clothing that turns heads. The Trump family has an undeniable love for fine jewelry, private jets and exotic cars. Donald Trump himself famously owns a gold-plated private jet, a symbol of both wealth and excess. For the Trump family, traveling is an experience, not just a means of getting from point A to point B. When it comes to private travel, only the best will do. The Trump family's collection of luxury vehicles is an emblem of extravagance. Donald Trump is known for his penchant for high-end, powerful cars, including a number of Rolls-Royce models, which have long been associated with aristocracy. His personal car, a custom-built Cadillac limousine nicknamed the Beast, is one of the most luxurious and secure vehicles in the world. This armored vehicle is designed to withstand terrorist attacks and is equipped with the latest communications, defense systems, and comfort features. The Trump family is also known to drive high-end SUVs like the Range Rover and the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, all symbolizing their taste for sophistication and class. When it comes to air travel, the Trump family enjoys unparalleled comfort and privacy, regularly flying on private jets. Donald Trump's personal aircraft, the Trump Force One, is a Boeing 757 that was extensively customized to meet his high standards. The plane is equipped with plush leather seats, state-of-the-art entertainment systems, and even gold-plated fixtures. It's designed not only for luxury, but for ultimate comfort and convenience while traveling globally for business, leisure, and political engagements. The Trump family's association with private aviation is a symbol of their status and the ease with which they traverse the world. In addition to the Trump Force One, the family also has access to smaller private jets and helicopters, making air travel a seamless part of their daily life. This mode of transport further elevates their luxurious lifestyle, ensuring that time is never wasted on commercial flights or crowded airports. It's not just about the buildings they own, but the homes they inhabit. Each Trump residence is a blend of luxury, design, and a keen eye for detail. Take Donald Trump's New York penthouse, for example. Nestled atop the Trump Tower, this 66th-floor estate is a gilded masterpiece. The interiors are decorated with marble, rich wood paneling, and of course gold accents, a signature of the Trump brand. The views breathtaking, the space beyond luxurious. Meanwhile, Melania Trump's favorite retreat is Mar-a-Lago, where they spend the winter months basking in the Florida sun. Not just a luxurious mansion, but a private club. Mar-a-Lago has hosted world leaders, celebrities, and high-profile individuals, a testament to the family's power and influence. But luxury isn't just about material possessions. It's about living a life of exclusivity and refinement. The Trump family is known for their opulent lifestyle, from private dinners prepared by world-class chefs to exclusive social events that attract celebrities, politicians, and billionaires alike. Family gatherings are equally extravagant. Whether it's celebrating holidays or birthdays, these events are marked by sumptuous feasts, glamorous decor, and the kind of guest lists that make headlines. The Trump name extends far beyond real estate. Luxury is woven into every product that carries the Trump brand. From Ivanka's high-end fashion line to Trump-branded vodka, everything the family touches turns to gold. But it's not all boardrooms and politics. The Trump family knows how to throw a party on a scale that would make Gatsby blush. Whether it's a Christmas gala at Mar-a-Lago or a New Year's Eve bash, the family's luxurious lifestyle is always on full display. In the world of the Trumps, image is everything. Even their private events and fundraisers are legendary, offering the world's elite an experience that's reserved for the lucky few who can afford it. Whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying that Donald Trump has a unique taste for high society and headline-making events. From lavish galas at his Mar-a-Lago resort to his high-profile weddings and even his political fundraisers, Trump's gatherings are a spectacle that only a select few get to witness up close. One of the most iconic events was his 2005 wedding to Melania Knauss. Trump's third wedding was nothing short of legendary, a multi-million-dollar celebration at Mar-a-Lago, complete with a $100,000 dress for Melania designed by Christian Dior, a custom 50-pound wedding cake, and a guest list featuring the likes of Hillary Clinton, Rudy Giuliani, and even Simon Cowell. Every detail was meticulously planned to embody luxury, influence, and spectacle, perfectly in line with Trump's personal brand. But it isn't all just glitz and glamour. After stepping into the the political arena, Trump's gatherings took on a different tone. Events became less about celebrity and more about creating a sense of unity and patriotism among his supporters. Still, his flair for spectacle remained. His campaign rallies and fundraisers, often hosted at Trump properties, became legendary for their energy and extravagance. From the gold-trimmed ballrooms to the presidential music, Trump knew how to captivate an audience while keeping his events undeniably Trump. Now, with the Trump name back in the White House, the world is once again watching every move this family makes. Supporters and critics alike are eager to see how Trump's return as the 47th president will unfold. What new policies will he bring? And will he still embody that bold, unconventional approach that defined his first term? For the Trumps, the family has always been at the heart of the empire, while many speculate about who might run in the future or who might take over the Trump brand. For now, they're back in the spotlight together. Whether on the campaign trail, in the halls of power, or enjoying life at one of their luxurious estates, they live a life that fascinates the public. A true American dynasty. If you enjoyed this video and looking for more similar content, do check out the cards displaying on your screen. From private dinners with celebrities like Kanye West and Mark Zuckerberg to exclusive gatherings at the White House Hanukkah party, Donald Trump has been known to host secretive events with celebrities, political allies, and top figures from various fields. These elite gatherings, often beginning at 6:30 p.m., are characterized by lavish settings and an intense atmosphere where political strategies and legislative goals are discussed. Unlike official White House events that are documented and follow protocol, these gatherings have often remained veiled in mystery. But let's take a closer look at the sequence of these secret parties where the menu is spicy, the conversation is extra saucy, and the only thing getting pardon is the dessert. Private White House dinner parties. President Donald Trump, known for his after-hours cell phone calls and his late-night cable news habits, still enjoys throwing good dinner parties. Despite stepping back from many traditional public events embraced by past presidents, Trump has made private dinner gatherings a core part of his presidency. Unlike the high-profile social gatherings held by the Obamas, Trump opts for more intimate dinners with people he considers close associates, as noted by 8 current and former administration officials and individuals who have attended these events. These events generally start around 6:30 p.m., beginning with casual conversations and often followed by a brief tour of the White House, where Trump would showcase historical artifacts or personal highlights, such as the Lincoln bedroom, or items associated with past presidents. Trump frequently used these tours to impress guests, reportedly commenting on the luxury of the surroundings. Dinner itself was usually brisk, featuring dishes Trump enjoyed, such as steak, chicken, salmon, and dessert favorites like chocolate cake. Guests included prominent business figures, conservative media personalities, and political allies, such as Sean Hannity and Rupert Murdoch, providing an environment for Trump to discuss political strategies, legislative goals, and receive feedback on policy decisions. In some cases, he would seek input on current events, such as controversial elections or legislative bills. These dinners allowed Trump to control the atmosphere and guest list, often with little involvement from his senior aides, making it a unique form of diplomatic outreach and networking. Occasionally, senior staff or family members like Jared Kushner joined, though First Lady Melania Trump rarely attended. For Trump, the private residence dinners tend to function as a means of diplomacy, entertainment, and often an affirmation of his worldview. He hosted a small band of Democratic senators over the summer, when he hoped to earn their support for the Republican tax bill, according to a senior administration official. But more often, he surrounds himself at the dinners with like-minded businessmen and families, or friendly staffers and cabinet officials. Sometime in October 2019, Trump hosted a secret meeting that got so many tongues waggling about why such a dinner party was undisclosed, considering the caliber of persons involved. The undisclosed dinner party hosted by Trump was with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook board member Peter Thiel. Mark Zuckerberg's visit to Washington in October was a pivotal moment that placed him at the center of national attention. As the CEO of Facebook, a company that has become synonymous with social media and digital communication, Zuckerberg's every move is closely scrutinized. This particular visit was no exception, as it coincided with his testimony before Congress regarding Facebook's ambitious new project, the cryptocurrency known as Libra. On the other hand, Peter Thiel's presence at the dinner adds a layer of complexity to the narrative. As one of the few outspoken conservative figures in Silicon Valley, Thiel's relationship with Trump is well documented. He is a major donor to Trump's campaign and serves as the chairman of Palantir, a private data technology company that has secured numerous government defense contracts since Trump's presidency began. Thiel's involvement in the dinner suggests that the discussions may have extended beyond Facebook's policies and into broader tech and political issues. Trump also hosted a dinner for evangelical leaders at the White House. The dinner hosted by Donald Trump for evangelical leaders at the White House was a significant event that underscored the deep ties between between the administration and the evangelical community. This gathering, held on the eve of the National Day of Prayer, was more than just a social occasion. It was a celebration of shared victories and a reaffirmation of mutual commitments. The event shows the influence of evangelical leaders in shaping the political landscape and their crucial role in Trump's electoral success. Among the key figures in attendance was Paula White, Trump's longtime spiritual advisor. Known for her charismatic preaching and close relationship with the president, White has been a pivotal figure in bridging the gap between Trump and the evangelical community, often serving as a liaison and advocate for religious issues within the administration. Another prominent attendee was Robert Jeffress, a Southern Baptist pastor and vocal supporter of Trump. Jeffress has been a staunch advocate for conservative Christian values and has frequently praised Trump's policies that align with evangelical interests. Franklin Graham, son of the renowned evangelist Billy Graham, was also present at the dinner. As a leading figure in the evangelical community, Graham has been instrumental in mobilizing support for Trump among religious voters. His endorsement of Trump during the election played a significant role in rallying evangelical support, and his presence at the dinner underscored the continued alliance between the administration and evangelical leaders. James Dobson, founder of Focus on the Family, was another key figure at the event. Dobson's influence in promoting family values and conservative policies has made him a respected voice in the evangelical community. Michelle Bachmann, former congresswoman and outspoken advocate for conservative Christian principles, was also among the attendees. The dinner also included South Carolina televangelist Mark Burns, known for his passionate support of Trump and his efforts to engage African American communities in the evangelical movement. Ralph Reed, chairman of the Faith and Freedom Coalition, was another notable attendee. The dinner at the White House was not only a gathering of influential evangelical leaders, but also a platform for meaningful discussions and celebrations of shared achievements. The atmosphere was one of camaraderie and mutual respect, as the attendees reflected on the progress made under the Trump administration and the future goals they hope to achieve together. As the evening unfolded, the conversations around the table were a mix of policy discussions and personal reflections. The evangelical leaders expressed their gratitude for the administration's efforts to uphold religious freedoms and conservative values. They discussed the significance of the recent appointment of a conservative Supreme Court justice, a milestone that many had considered a long shot just a year prior. This achievement was seen as proof of the power of their collective influence and the administration's commitment to their shared goals. The atmosphere was further elevated by the presence of key White House officials, including Vice President Pence and his wife Karen Pence, as well as Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. One of the highlights of the evening was the prayer led by Franklin Graham. Known for his powerful oratory and deep faith, Graham's prayer set the tone for the evening, emphasizing the spiritual significance of their gathering. As the dinner progressed, the guests were treated to a sumptuous meal featuring shrimp scampi with parsley butter, red wine, braised short ribs, and wild ramp gnocchi. The carefully curated menu reflected the elegance and sophistication of the evening, providing a backdrop for the meaningful conversations taking place. Another memorable moment of the evening was the presentation of a gift to President Trump by Paula White on behalf of the group. The gift, a framed page of an original King James Bible from 1611 AD, was a symbolic gesture that highlighted the historical connection between political leadership and religious service. White's presentation of the gift was accompanied by a heartfelt message, acknowledging Trump's efforts to support the evangelical community and uphold their values. The evening also featured a performance by acclaimed evangelical musician Stephen Curtis Chapman, who performed his songs Be Still and Know and The Lord's Prayer. Chapman's music added a layer of emotional depth to the evening, resonating with the attendees and reinforcing the spiritual themes of the gathering. His performance was a reminder of the power of music to unite and inspire, further enhancing the sense of community among the guests. As the dinner came to a close, Trump invited the attendees to the residence for a brief after-party, complete with a tour of the Lincoln bedroom and the Truman balcony. This gesture of hospitality provided an opportunity for the guests to further connect and reflect on the evening's events. The tour was a fitting conclusion to a night that celebrated the bond between the administration and the evangelical community. It's evident that Trump is not merely focused on hosting parties, he is also deliberate about the kinds of events he organizes and the distinguished individuals whose company he values at his dinner gatherings. But aside from his exclusive dinner parties, there is also a long-standing event considered a tradition for all presidents of the United States to host, and that is the White House Hanukkah Party. In the early years following the Maccabean Revolt, Hanukkah was primarily a religious observance, focused on the rededication of the temple and the miracle of the oil. The holiday was marked by the lighting of the menorah, prayers, and the recitation of psalms. It was a time for reflection on the themes of religious freedom, resilience, and divine intervention. As the centuries passed, Hanukkah began to evolve, incorporating new customs and traditions. By the medieval period, the holiday had taken on a more festive character, with the addition of songs, games, and special foods. The dreidel, a four-sided spinning top, became became a popular game during Hanukkah, with each side bearing a Hebrew letter that stands for the phrase, "A great miracle happened there." This game, along with the giving of small gifts or coins known as gelt, added an element of fun and excitement to the holiday celebrations. The tradition of celebrating Hanukkah at the White House began in 1979 with President Jimmy Carter, who marked the occasion by lighting a menorah at Lafayette Park in Washington, D.C. However, it wasn't until 2001 that Hanukkah was officially recognized at the White House, when President George W. Bush hosted the first formal Hanukkah reception. This event included the lighting of a menorah that had survived the Holocaust, symbolizing peace and resilience. Bush emphasized the importance of the White House as a place for people of all faiths. Since then, the tradition has continued with each subsequent administration. Notably, both Presidents Barack Obama and Donald Trump held annual Hanukkah receptions, and Trump even hosted two in some years. These celebrations have also become significant for including special menorahs on loan, often with historical importance, such as one that survived Hurricane Katrina or one crafted by prison inmates. In December 2020, President Donald Trump hosted an in-person Hanukkah celebration at the White House, despite ongoing concerns about the COVID-19 pandemic. The event, scheduled for December 9th, was one of several crowded gatherings at the White House during that time, which raised alarms among public health experts. The White House had previously been criticized for hosting events believed to have contributed to the spread of the virus, including the controversial ceremony for newly appointed Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett, which Dr. Anthony Fauci described as a super spreader event. This Hanukkah gathering continued the tradition started by President George W. Bush, who made the celebration a formal occasion. Under Trump, the White House held two such events annually. Despite the concerns, the event proceeded with an in-person invitation extended to Jewish staff and other dignitaries. The reception took place just before the lighting of the first Hanukkah candle, reflecting the administration's ongoing commitment to Jewish traditions, even amid the global health crisis. At the Hanukkah party hosted in 2019, President Trump spoke about the miracle of Hanukkah, reflecting on the profound historical significance of the Jewish holiday. He began by recounting the ancient struggle of the Jewish people against a ruthless tyrant who desecrated the temple in Jerusalem. Despite overwhelming odds, a group of Jewish patriots triumphed over their oppressors, rededicating the temple and restoring their sacred right to worship freely. In a personal moment, the president shared a touching letter he received from a 12-year-old boy, Austin Polonsky, from San Francisco, who described the meaning of Hanukkah as a time to show who we are and what we believe in by lighting the menorah. Austin, who had asked if he could celebrate Hanukkah at the White House, was invited to join the president and his family for the occasion. The president invited Austin to the stage, acknowledging his courage and eloquence, and even jokingly asked if he could keep Austin's Trump yarmulke. Trump also took the opportunity to highlight the strong bond between the United States and the Jewish people, emphasizing his unwavering support for Israel. He spoke proudly of his administration's recognition of Jerusalem as the true capital of Israel, as well as the relocation of the U.S. embassy there, a move that was completed at a fraction of the expected cost. The president also celebrated his administration's decision to recognize Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights, and noted that he had taken decisive action on issues critical to the Jewish community, such as combating anti-Semitism and condemning the BDS movement. In a pivotal moment, Trump announced the signing of an executive order aimed at combating anti-Semitism, strengthening protections against discrimination on college campuses, and ensuring that institutions benefiting from federal funding reject anti-Semitic hate. He emphasized that his administration would not tolerate the suppression, persecution, or silencing of Jewish voices. Trump also honored the presence of Holocaust survivor Rosalie Glass, now 102 years old, whose inspiring life story exemplifies resilience and the triumph of the human spirit over unimaginable adversity. The president concluded with a renewed pledge, "Never again," affirming the enduring commitment to remember the suffering of Jews during the Holocaust. At the event, several guests took the opportunity to express their gratitude for the president's efforts in combating anti-Semitism and for his contributions to supporting people of all faiths. As the ceremony drew to a close, Trump expressed gratitude for the Jewish people's contributions to American society, and, invoking faith and unity, he urged all Americans to stand together against hate in all its forms. The message was clear: love, respect, and unity are the antidote to hatred. For each of the dinner party hosted by President Donald Trump, there are specific guests whose presence have brought a unique story to the table, weaving a tapestry of connections, controversies, and charisma that make these events unforgettable. Guests at Trump's dinner parties. With a highly profiled individual like Donald Trump, it is expected that most persons that would be at his dinner parties are celebrities, CEOs, and conservative provocateurs. First on our list is Kanye West, the rapper and fashion mogul. Known for his unpredictable nature and bold statements, Kanye's visit to the White House in October 2018 was nothing short of a media frenzy. Sporting a red Make America Great Again cap, Kanye's meeting with Trump was a spectacle that blurred the lines between politics and entertainment. During his visit, Kanye delivered an impassioned monologue in the Oval Office, touching on topics ranging from prison reform to mental health. His animated speech, which included a hug for the president, was both praised and criticized. There is also Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, whose presence at the White House dinners highlighted the crucial intersection of technology and politics. Cook's discussions with Trump often revolved around trade policies, tariffs, and the future of tech innovation in America. In March 2019, Cook attended a dinner with Trump and other business leaders to discuss workforce development and the importance of education in the tech industry. Another guest known to be present is Ann Coulter, the conservative provocateur known for her fiery rhetoric and controversial views. Her presence added a layer of intrigue to these gatherings, as she's both a staunch supporter and a vocal critic of Trump's policies. Coulter's interactions with Trump often centered around immigration and border security, topics she has been passionate about throughout her career. There's also the notable guest, Elon Musk, the visionary CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Musk's visit to the White House was part of a broader effort to engage with business leaders on issues such as infrastructure, transportation, and renewable energy. In March 2017, Musk attended a dinner with Trump and other executives to discuss the future of American manufacturing and innovation. Musk's presence at the White House underscored the administration's interest in fostering technological advancements and maintaining the United States' competitive edge in the global market. Sarah Palin, the former governor of Alaska and vice presidential candidate, was also present at one of Trump's dinner party. Palin's visit to the White House in April 2017 was a reunion of sorts, as she had been an early supporter of Trump's presidential campaign. During her visit, Palin was joined by fellow conservative figures Ted Nugent and Kid Rock, creating a media spectacle that captured the attention of the nation. Jerry Falwell Jr., the influential evangelical leader and former president of Liberty University. Falwell's visit to the White House underscored Trump's strong ties with the evangelical community, a key constituency that played a significant role in his electoral success. During his time at the White House, Falwell engaged in discussions with Trump about religious freedom, education policy, and the administration's efforts to protect the rights of faith-based organizations. There's also Steve Wynn, the casino magnate and former finance chairman of the Republican National Committee. Wynn's attendance at White House dinners highlighted the intersection of business and politics, as well as the role of major donors in shaping the political landscape. During his visits, Wynn discussed economic policies, tax reform, and the administration's efforts to stimulate job growth. Kid Rock, the musician and outspoken supporter of Trump, was also present. Kid Rock's visit to the White House in April 2017, alongside Sarah Palin and Ted Nugent, was a media sensation that captured the nation's attention. Known for his rebellious persona and conservative views, Kid Rock's presence at the White House was a reflection of Trump's appeal to non-traditional political figures and his ability to connect with a diverse range of supporters. During his visit, Kid Rock engaged in discussions about veterans' issues and the importance of supporting American-made products. Rupert Murdoch, the media mogul and executive chairman of News Corp. Murdoch's presence at the White House dinners underscored the significant influence of media in shaping public opinion and political narratives. During his meetings with Trump, Murdoch discussed media regulation, the future of journalism, and the role of news organizations in a rapidly changing digital landscape. But of all these guests, the private dinner Kanye West had with the president turned out to be a political nightmare. In the weeks leading up to the infamous dinner, Ye and Trump engage in a series of private phone conversations. These discussions, according to sources close to both men, revolve around Ye's recent troubles, his business challenges, and his thoughts on the political landscape. Trump, known for his affinity for celebrity and spectacle, sees an opportunity to reconnect with Ye, perhaps envisioning a mutually beneficial relationship that could bolster his own public image. The decision to host a private dinner at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's opulent Florida estate, is made. The setting is perfect for a discreet yet luxurious meeting, away from the prying eyes of the media. For Trump, Mar-a-Lago is more than just a residence. It is a symbol of his wealth, influence, and status. It is here that he entertains guests, conducts business, and, as he hopes, mends fences with Ye. However, unknown to Trump, Ye's plans for the dinner include more than just a tete-a-tete with the former president. Ye arrives at Mar-a-Lago with 3 guests, one of whom is Nick Fuentes, a controversial figure known for his white nationalist and anti-Semitic views. Fuentes, who has been banned from various social media platforms for his extremist rhetoric, is a polarizing presence, and his attendance at the dinner is sure to raise eyebrows. The inclusion of Fuentes in Ye's entourage is not a mere oversight. It is a calculated move orchestrated by Milo Yiannopoulos, a far-right provocateur and political advisor to Ye. Yiannopoulos, who has his own history of controversy, sees the dinner as an opportunity to expose Trump to a segment of his base that feels neglected and marginalized. By bringing Fuentes to the table, Yiannopoulos aims to send a message to Trump about the dissatisfaction brewing among his most ardent supporters. The conversation began cordially, with Ye expressing his gratitude for the meeting. However, it quickly shifted as Ye began to voice his grievances. He criticized Trump for not doing enough to support those facing legal troubles from the January 6th Capitol riots, a topic that struck a nerve with the former president. Ye's boldness didn't stop there. He suggested that he might run for president against Trump in the upcoming election, even proposing that Trump should consider consider being his running mate. This audacious suggestion was met with visible irritation from Trump, who was not accustomed to being challenged so directly. Fuentes, seizing the moment, praised Trump as his hero, but didn't shy away from offering criticism. He warned Trump about the dangers of becoming too scripted and losing the insurgent appeal that defined his 2016 campaign. Fuentes also took the opportunity to criticize Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a potential rival for the Republican nomination, further complicating the dynamics at the table. The dinner, intended as a private and strategic meeting, quickly devolved into a confrontation. Trump's frustration was palpable, especially when Ye brought up his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, in a less than flattering light. The tension at the table was undeniable, and the evening was far from the photo op Trump had envisioned. Former Vice President Mike Pence was among those who publicly condemned the dinner, calling on Trump to apologize. The incident underscored the long-standing issues within Trump's political orbit, where chaos and controversy often overshadowed strategic planning. The dinner, intended as a private affair, had become a public relations nightmare, threatening to derail Trump's nascent presidential campaign. In the days following the dinner, Trump took to his Truth Social platform to issue statements attempting to distance himself from Fuentes. He claimed ignorance of Fuentes' identity and background, a defense that did little to quell the criticism. The lack of a clear disavowal of Fuentes' extremist views only fueled the controversy, raising questions about Trump's reluctance to distance himself from such figures. As usual, it is not uncommon to have critics speak about Donald Trump and his method of leadership. However, this time around, these critics have a lot of words to spill about why Trump has hosted fewer white state dinners for foreign leaders than any modern president. A critic remarked that Donald Trump, having never lived or worked in the diplomatic world, surrounded himself with a staff lacking experience in diplomacy as well. They pointed out that his tenure began with several notable blunders, such as his laughter at the UN, his awkwardness with the Queen, and the infamous White House dinner where McDonald's hamburgers were served. The critic questioned whether Trump made any effort to properly entertain foreign dignitaries, suggesting that no one around him seemed to know how to handle such events. They further emphasized that Trump's idea of entertaining appeared to involve parties with friends like Jeffrey Epstein, often including young women, or casual gatherings with golfing or football buddies where the focus was simply on drinking. The critic also noted that Trump had demonstrated to the world that he lacked even the appropriate attire for a state dinner. Another critic commented that Trump has set numerous low bars for the office he still holds for another 6 weeks. The absence of state dinners is just one example. They went on to describe Trump as nothing more than a low-life grifter, suggesting that since there was no profit to be made from state dinners, he saw no reason to waste time on them. Anyone familiar with Donald Trump's party knows so well that they are less about small talk and more like political debates with a side of pizza, where everyone leaves with an opinion and probably a Twitter handle to argue with. So while the critics have their specific interpretations of Trump not hosting so many dinner parties, Trump's guests have had memorable and great moments at the few parties he has hosted. This is all we have for you in this video. If you enjoyed watching it, then go ahead and click on any of the links on your screen for more exciting videos like this.